Technical College in Jesup.
You know Harris Ace Hardware has everything you need for your building and home repair projects. But did you know Harris Ace Hardware carries a wide assortment of air filters for your home or office? They can even special order. Harris Ace is your hometown Yeti dealer. Plus they carry Coastal Damar and Calcutta sunglasses. And check with Harris Ace for all your painting needs. Harris Ace will not be beat on price and will match any competitor's price. The helpful place, Harris Ace Hardware in Jesup, Eulonia, and Hinesville.
All right, America, H&R Block has some good news and some bad news. Which do you want first? Bad news? Great. The government is delaying some tax refunds this year. But here's the good news. If you file your taxes with Block, you could get an advance on your refund of up to $1,250, no interest, after you file. Come in today or make an appointment at hrblock.com. Don't just get your taxes done. Get your taxes won with H&R Block.
Optional tax refund related loan from MetaBank. Not your tax refund. $500, $750, or $1,250 loans offered. Approval and loan amount based on estimated refund and other conditions. Funds loaded on prepaid card. Tax returns may be e-filed without applying for this loan. Fees for other optional products or product features may apply. Limited time at participating locations. See hrblock.com/loan for details.
Visit our Jesup H&R Block today and find out how you can file your taxes with no money out of pocket with our refund anticipation check.
This is Charles Huffman at Jesup Housing Outlet. If you haven't been to Jesup Housing Outlet lately, you're missing out on a large selection of new and exciting floor plans from the nation's top manufacturers like Clayton, Fleetwood, Scott Built, and Homes of Merit. All of our homes feature modern kitchens and appliances, R60 and higher insulation values, thermopane windows, and energy-efficient heat pumps. We have two locations to serve you, 2452 Savannah Highway in Jesup and Highway 301 South between I-16 and the bypass in Statesboro. Come see Charles, Faye, or Sherida today.
Seasons change. Quality of service doesn't. For 75 years, First Franklin Financial has been serving the financial needs of your friends and neighbors. You can always depend on the caring staff to be there when you need them. Drop by and see your friendly Franklin folks at 1074 North Macon Street, or give them a call at 427-4237, or apply online at 1ffc.com. All loans are subject to our liberal credit policy and limitations, if any. First Franklin Financial Corporation, NMLSR number 141654. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
Local news on WIFO.
It's time now for a look at the latest in local news and the news national holiday. Today, all the schools and all the banks are closed. Most of the city and county offices are closed as well. Again, most people observing the holiday. The birthday of the late Dr. Martin Luther King. Community parade held Saturday afternoon here in Jesup, and a unity service held Sunday evening at the New Creation Ministries Church with speakers Stanley Carter of New Creation Ministries and Jimmy Drawdy of the New Life Pentecostal Church. Service sponsored by the local NAACP. The events are going to conclude today with a morning breakfast at 9 a.m. at the Benton Union Missionary Baptist Church Social Hall. Brantley County Commissioners this past week passed ordinances intended to block a proposed landfill near Waynesville, but that doesn't mean the battle's over. Commissioner Jesse Mobley said a meeting was held Thursday of last week in which elected officials voted to hire an environmental specialist to provide advice to them about the project. During a workshop and special call meeting Tuesday, commissioners approved 4 motions to stop the project from going forward. First motion was for the county plan to readopt it, or for the county to readopt its solid waste plan. A permit application filed by the developers with the state would conflict with the solid waste plan. Commissioners also approved a moratorium on construction of any landfill in the county of Brantley. A third motion passed that prohibits county employees from working with developers unless they're required to by law, and those employees are also required to notify commissioners in advance anytime they meet with the developers. Commissioners also voted to object to the validity of a public hearing held December 23rd at the Brantley County Courthouse because commissioners state that organizers did not follow state statutes before the meeting was held. Developers applied for a solid waste handling permit December 27th, which raised concerns that the moves this week by the county commissioners may be simply too late to stop the project in the process. The developer identified on the application as Brantley County Development Partners. Companies listed on the application are Woodall Holdings, Tall Pine Properties, Thunderwood Investments, and Dragonox Venture Capital, according to the landfill permit. application with the EPD. The proposed landfill would handle processing, shredding, materials recovery, thermal treatment, and disposal of municipal solid waste, construction and demolition waste, as well as inert waste. Mobley, who's in his third year as a county commissioner, or in his third term as county commissioner, says he and other elected officials were told initially by the developers that they plan to build a wood chipping or wood pellet plant. They never mentioned the possibility of a landfill until recently. Meanwhile, here in Wayne County, still no response from the county commissioners on whether or not they will write a letter to Republic stating that the commissioners plan to invoke their 2000 wetlands ordinance. That request was made at the last county commissioners meeting by Attorney Lori Peel Roberts, representing the No Coal Ash at All committee. The attorney asked that a response be made within 30 days, but again, no response at this time. Chairman Mike Roberts says no decision on that has been made, but he says he had hoped to meet with the Attorney General in Atlanta while the delegation was in Atlanta for the Okefenokee occasion. And Roberts says he'd like to seek some advice from the Attorney General. And WIFO-FM continues to follow the story as it develops. Roberts says he had talked with the Attorney General's office and they agreed to meet with him in Atlanta. Again, we'll hope to get a report from him sometime this week. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor and other commercial messages, so please stay tuned.
Hello, my name is Chad Neesmith from Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC of Jesup. At Neesmith, we have the biggest inventory of new and used vehicles around. We also have the best prices guaranteed. We know everyone wants the best vehicle at the best price. At Neesmith, we'll give you just that. We sell all makes and models from Lexuses, Nissans, BMWs, and of course all GM and domestic cars too. Best of all, if we don't have the vehicle on the lot you want, we can get it for you in just a day or two, tops. All we ask at Neesmith is before you buy to give us a chance to save you some money. We will have the best prices and give you the most for your trade guaranteed. So don't pay too much. Come and see us today and let us show you how we can get you into the vehicle you want at the lowest price guaranteed. Only at Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC of Jesup on Highway 341 towards New Brunswick, or visit us online at neesmithnow.com. That's neesmithnow.com or at 912-427-2045. There ain't nothing wrong with the right price.
Whether you need a paint job or accident repair, call the folks at B&C Collision Center in Scriven to help you out in your time of need. Whether a few dents or a major collision repair, call Jerome and let his staff assist you with your estimate. Their employees are drug screened and certified through iCar. Now B&C has 24-hour towing for all your wrecker and towing needs. Plus, we'll pick up and deliver your vehicle. Call Jerome at 579-2274, 579-2274 next time you need a tow.
Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear is looking for a service writer immediately. Good communication and computer skills and the ability to multitask a must. Retail experience helpful, some mechanical knowledge good. Contact Michael Birch at 912-449-4446 or email resume to michael.birch@mikebirchford.com.
Wayne County Superior Court has jury selection set for the 23rd of this month. The case against murder suspect Troy Simmons will be the first on the calendar. Simmons is charged with the shooting death of Wendell Lee Jr. The state will try Simmons separately from Dominique Brown and Kendall Frazier. Both those men have also been charged in Wendell Lee's murder. All three have been charged with armed robbery, felony, and malice murder in violation of the Street Gang Terrorism Prevention Act. The body of Lee was found in the backyard of a residence at 548 Whaley Street. Simmons is also wanted for a second murder, the death of Lori Michelle Holland. Holland was gunned down in the driveway of her home during the night of February 21st. Other defendants in that murder include Rajiv Robert Laurent and Robert Ray Vickers. Again, that murder trial is set for the week of January 30th. Again, WIFO-FM continues to follow the court proceedings at the Wayne County Courthouse. Last week, former head football coach and athletic director Jody Grooms and his wife, Sharon Grooms, each pled guilty to 3 felony counts of theft. WIFO-FM, the only media in the courtroom when the guilty pleas were entered.
My understanding is that based on this, that I want to say this about first offender. If the defendant violates the conditions and terms of this agreement by either not paying within 6 months or some other violation, under the First Offender Act, that can result in a revocation of their probation, an adjudication of guilt, which will be withheld today, and resentencing. And the resentencing can be as much as, based on the court's discretion, the full amount of time, 3 to 45 years for Ms. Grooms and 3 to 25 years on Mr. Grooms, with credit being given for any time that they had already served. I want to make sure that that's on the record and they're aware of that. My understanding is that in this particular case, sentencing, that's the agreement that we've entered into. Sentencing also will be done on or before June 26th. allow them to to get that money together and see if they can resolve some other issues that have come up before that date, but it will be not later than June 26th. I believe that's the next trial week that the court has.
All right, Mr. Grooms, the prosecutor, Mr. Johnson, has set forth the facts. He expected evidence to show the case went to trial and proved guilt beyond a reasonable doubt that should in fact commit the offenses alleged in count 1, theft by taking, count 2, theft by taking, and count 3, theft by taking. Are you in fact guilty of all 3 of those offenses?
Yes, sir.
All right. He's also set forth the terms of the negotiated plea. That's the recommendation for your sentence. Is that what you've agreed to?
Yes, sir.
Right. Do you have any questions about anything?
I do not.
All right. Now, Mr. Grooms, you've heard the prosecutor set forth the facts. He expected evidence to show the case went to trial and proved guilt beyond a reasonable doubt that should in fact commit the offenses as alleged in count 4, conspiracy to defraud a political subdivision, count 5, conspiracy to defraud a political subdivision, and count 6, theft by taking. Are you in fact guilty of all 3 of those counts?
Yes, sir.
All right. He's also set forth the terms of the negotiated plea. Is that what you've agreed to?
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
The court finds there is sufficient factual basis for the entry of these pleas. The defendants are willfully, freely, and voluntarily tender them. Let the same be entered.
Once again, a restitution hearing is also going to be held as the school system wants to recoup the $17,000 plus that was shown missing from a state audit that the school system has conducted. District Attorney's Office states that the school system could waive that restitution if they so desired, but the school system, in a statement from Superintendent Jay Brinson, says they will not waive that restitution and will do nothing, which means the District Attorney's Office will move forward with the restitution hearing and will attempt to prove that Jody and Sharon Grooms stole that money as well. Sentence hearing for the Groomses will take place sometime between now and June 26th. The plea agreement is 5 years probation, restitution, banished from the Brunswick Judicial Circuit for that 5-year period, and forfeit their teaching certificates. Again, WIFO film will continue to follow the story as it develops through the court system. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor to the commercial messages, so please stay tuned.
Hello, my name is Chad Neesmith from Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC of Jesup. At Neesmith, we have the biggest inventory of new and used vehicles around. We also have the best prices guaranteed. We know everyone wants the best vehicle at the best price. At Neesmith, we'll give you just that. We sell all makes and models from Lexuses, Nissans, BMWs, and of course all GM and domestic cars too. Best of all, if we don't have the vehicle on the lot you want, we can get it for you in just a day or two, tops. All we ask at Neesmith is before you buy to give us a chance to save you some money. We will have the best prices and give you the most for your trade guaranteed. So don't pay too much. Come and see us today and let us show you how we can get you into the vehicle you want at the lowest price guaranteed. Only at Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC of Jesup on Highway 341 towards Brunswick, or visit us online at neesmithnow.com. That's neesmithnow.com or at 912-427-2045. There ain't nothing wrong with the right price.
All right, America, H&R Block has some good news and some bad news. Which do you want first? Bad news? Great. The government is delaying some tax refunds this year. But here's the good news. If you file your taxes with Block, you could get an advance on your refund of up to $1,250, no interest, after you file. Come in today or make an appointment at hrblock.com. Don't just get your taxes done. Get your taxes won with H&R Block.
Optional tax refund related loan from Medibank. Not your tax refund. $500, $750, or $1,250 loans offered. Approval and loan amount based on estimated refund and other conditions. Funds loaded on prepaid card. Tax returns may be e-filed without applying for this loan. Fees for other optional products or product features may apply. Limited time at participating locations. See hrblock.com/loan for details.
Visit our Jesup H&R Block today and find out how you can file your taxes with no money out of pocket with our refund anticipation check.
Final notes in news. U.S. Senator John Isaacson and U.S. Representative Buddy Carter introduced legislation in Washington in both the U.S. Senate and the U.S. House of Representatives to expand and protect Fort Frederica National Monument located on St. Simon's Island. Senator Isaacson says preserving the rich history and archaeological heritage of one of Georgia's oldest landmarks will give visitors a chance to experience firsthand an area of the state founded by General James Oglethorpe. Legislation will also help provide an economic boost for the Georgia tourism industry. Isaacson said he is proud to join the long list of federal, state, and local community leaders who support these efforts to preserve Fort Frederica. Buddy Carter says he's proud to reintroduce this legislation with Senator Isaacson to preserve the fort's legacy. Carter says Fort Frederica is an historic treasure, and this expansion is critical to ensure that Fort's history is accessible for generations to come. The House unanimously passed the legislation last Congress, and he says he's ready to diligently have it passed in the 115th Congress to get it across the finish line and signed into law. The Fort Frederica National Monument Boundary Expansion Act would increase the maximum number of acres that may be included in the monument from 250 to 305. Due to current statutory limits, the legislation is required to expand the authorized boundary and remove the 250-acre ceiling established by Congress back in 1958. Isaacson and Carter bill would also allow the National Park Service to acquire by donation or purchase the land and interest within the monument only from those willing to sell additional land for inclusion. Isaacson and Carter previously introduced companion legislation for each of the expansion and protection measures. This legislation passed the U.S. House of Representatives in the 114th Congress. Finally, in the news, don't forget the first blood drive of the year, again set for Friday, January 27th at Wayne Memorial Hospital in Jesup. The blood drive will take place that day from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the Bloodmobile adjacent to the exterior entrance to the cafe at Wayne Memorial Hospital. Appointments can be made by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS or visiting the Red Cross website at redcrossblood.org and entering Wayne Memorial Hospital when prompted. Walk-ins are also welcomed. Those donating on the Friday, January 27th, will be given a chance to win a $25 gift card as a show of appreciation, as just one pint of blood can save up to 3 lives. Again, the blood drive is set for Friday, January 27th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the hospital. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morganson, have a great day.
You've been listening to local news on WIFO. Where will you be for Super Bowl 50?